When we think about multiplying with decimals, we want to use the same concepts that we use for multiplying with whole numbers. And so that means that we are going to think about the number of groups multiplied by the size of the group will give us the product or the total. So let's start with a basic problem with decimals. We're going to multiply 4 groups that are the size of 1 2/10. And so we're going to show what this looks like with base 10 blocks. And I am going to name the value of the flat as 1 whole. So to do this, we are going to show that we have 4 groups that each group is the size of 1 2/10. So I have 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups. And each group is going to have 1 2/10 inside. So 1 flat and 2 longs for each group. 1 whole, 1/10, 2/10. And my total is going to be what all of this adds up to. Okay, so I have 4 wholes and 2, 4, 6, 8 tenths. Okay, so this shows an example of 4 times 1 2/10. Okay, so this time we are going to do a problem where both of our numbers are decimal numbers. We're going to do the problem 2 3/10 times 1 4/10. And I am going to think about my 2 3/10 as my number of groups, and my 1 4/10 is the size of each group. So I'm going to start with 2 whole groups, and the size in each of those groups is going to be 1 whole and 4/10. 1 whole and 4/10. Okay, this problem is showing 2 times 1 4/10, right? Because I have 2 groups and each group is the size of 1 4/10. I need to show 2 3/10 groups, so I need to show 3/10 of a group as well. And in order to do that, I'm going to show 1 whole group. That is the size of 1 4/10. But I don't want this whole group over here, right? I only want 3/10 of that. So to find 3/10 of this group, I'm going to find 3/10 of this block, 3/10 of this block, 3/10 of this block, 3/10 of this block, and 3/10 of this block. 3/10 of a flat. So I can break my flat into 10 equal pieces and then just look at 3 of them. That would be 3/10. Okay? You could think of that like a fraction, 3/10. If I want 3/10 out of my flat, I'm going to break it into 10 longs, right? Those are equal size pieces for my flat. So this would be 1/10, 2/10, 3/10. 3 longs would be 3/10 of my flat. I'm going to do the same thing for each long that's in my group. Okay, this long can be broken into 10 equal pieces. Those would look like units. And I want to think about or draw 3 of them. 1/10 of my long, 2/10 of my long, 3/10 of my long. And I'm going to do this for all of the longs that I have. 3/10, 1/10, 2/10, 3/10. So now in white, I have shown 3/10 of my whole group. Let's look at what we have all together now. Okay, all together I have one flat from here, one flat from here. I have 4 longs from here and 4 longs from here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 longs. And then I have 3 longs from here. So I'm going to add to that. And I have 3, 6, 9, 12 units from this group. So 2, 3, 5, 6. And then I'm just going to double this to make 12 units. Now what I want to do is regroup my 10 longs into one flat and 10 units into one long. So altogether I have 1, 2, 3 flats. That's whole numbers. And I have 1 long from here and 1 long from these units that were regrouped into a long. So that gives me 2 longs or 2/10. And finally, I have these 2 units left over, which are hundredths, and my answer to 2 3/10 times 1 4/10 is 3 22 hundredths.